the time. What do I say? What's the constant? I say that this camera is a game changer. That's what I said to you. So I'm gonna put my windows up here. So what you do is you turn your camera on and you upload it. You upload it. It streams up. You always, and it's my belief system that if you film everything, absolutely everything. What's up, man?
I'm Ryan Fletcher. I had actually left a message explaining that I was one of the guys who was locked in that chair also. MP.
Yeah? Are you going to talk on camera?
I'd rather not. I'd rather just tell you the story.
All right. Well, do you want to come sit in my car so that you can tell me your story?
Sure.
Okay. Hold tight, guys.
Pretty good.
What's that?
Is he cool? You good?
Yeah, he's good, man. Oh, sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. Anybody else trying to contact me? There's an overwhelming number of people. I think the cops are going to be able to identify you by your car because I was live. If they're watching the live, they might recognize the car.
I know they will.
Well, then they will. So you.
That's definite.
Well, why don't we just tell your story then? Because if they're going to recognize your car 100%, he has an all tinted out, blacked out car. Right? So that means that, I mean, I don't always, it, all right. Do you want to tell your story?
Yeah, back in December, I was actually arrested and charged with disorderly.
You're charged with disorderly conduct?
Yes.
Yeah, again.
And obstruction of official police business. And when I was
An
taken,
obstruction with the police. Okay.
when I was taken to the jail,
You're taken to the dungeon.
I refused to identify myself, so they strapped me to a chair where both my hands were strapped to the chair, both my ankles were strapped to the chair, and they wouldn't allow me to even use the restroom. I was strapped to the chair for about 4 hours. So as I begged all the officers that were present to actually be able to use the restroom, they just wouldn't allow me. So they said that I could just urinate on myself, and in which that's what I had to do.
You were strapped to a chair in the Lawrence County jail?
Yes, I was.
Who was this? Who was the sheriff?
Lawless was the sheriff.
Jeff Lawless. Jeff Lawless. What I mean, so how many people had you hospitalized from cracking their skulls?
None.
How many women had you raped?
None.
Child molesting?
None.
None of that? Okay. And then so you're arrested for what is the disorderly conduct? What do they say you're I mean, I hope that
I
you're
was standing on the same block that they had told me that I should leave from.
but so that's disorderly?
Yeah.
And you're arrested for that.
Yes, I was.
But you're on a public street.
Yeah.
Okay. Who arrested you?
I can't even pronounce his name. Spalor Vic, something like that.
Do you have the record? Can I see it? Let me take a look at that. I'll let you guys. No, I can't let you guys read it. I still don't see the officer's name who arrested you in here.
Wait.
So, for those of you guys just joining right now, I have a gentleman here who was arrested for disorderly conduct, and
There's one, and then the other one is
Del-
right
yeah, DeLauder. I've heard DeLauder's name and Spoljaric. DeLauder and Spoljaric. So it says Spoljaric advised the man to leave the scene, and when he became annoyed and refused to leave the area, that Sergeant Spoljaric advised him several times a lawful order. Once Ryan refused to listen to a lawful order, we then when the man refused to listen to a lawful order, we then had another incident at this place where the males were fighting at this address. Once taking care of the occurrence at this place, then the officer arrived on the scene to assist the arrest. Oh. So then tell the people what happens when you get arrested. Now, is there any violence going on? Are things out of control? Is it chaotic?
Not where I'm at.
So
no.
so he tells you to leave an area, so you're just standing there?
Yes.
I mean, is there a riot going on? What's going on that he's like, you need to go to jail? Because
Well,
people think that, were you on drugs?
No.
No, you must have been on drugs.
No.
No? Okay. So then why did you have to go to jail? What was the crime you did?
I didn't leave.
You didn't leave an area
Yeah.
on a public street.
Yes.
And so then when they take you to the dungeon, what's the first step? He says, when he walks up to you, does he say, turn around, put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest? Or do they grab, tell me what happens.
No, they just said I didn't leave, so, and that they had given me a lawful order. So they just grabbed me and put me in handcuffs and put me in the back of the car.
But there was no lawful order. There was no law you were breaking. A lawful order is based on a law.
Well, this ain't it. That's not even half of it. Once they got me,
No, but the first step though is what? He said that, all right, you didn't leave. So then you willingly just submit?
yeah,
Okay, and then you turn around, put your hands behind your back, and he puts you in handcuffs? And how do those handcuffs feel? Everybody remembers it. I go down this process because how were the handcuffs? Everybody remembers handcuffs. Tell me how they were for you.
oh, they were bad.
I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm laughing at how many people I've talked to that every time I say the handcuffs, they go, "Oh yeah." So just tell me a little bit. How long did you have the torture cuffs on for?
All the way to the jail.
Scoot over here. So you're leaning way over, Oh my God. No way.
So when you ask about the handcuffs,
No way. Can I show the people this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did they put them on tight? Oh, dude, that's gnarly. He didn't leave. Spoljaric told him to leave. Spoljaric, you taught him a lesson. You did. You badass, Spoljaric. You so tough. Look what you did to a man who simply turned around. This is preposterous, dude. That is preposterous. Truly. And so then Spoljaric puts the cuffs on you this tight. And then from here, what happens? So you immediately, hold on, let me turn around. So just so the people know that immediately, the first second that you're put in the torture cuffs, it's immediate torture, immediate pain. Take the 20, 30 minute, how long were you in the torture cuffs for? After he put you in the torture cuffs, how long did he?
Well, long enough to get me to the police station.
So I don't know. How long does he put you in the back of the car and walk around and talk and suck each other off and say how great we are for arresting?
10, 15 minutes.
So he walks around, puffing his chest out. This is my street. This is my street. I walk around here. I'm Spoljaric, and the other dude, whatever his name is, we're the toughest guys around because we're wearing these badges. We told him to move. It was lawful, and I got nothing else to do, so I arrested him. And I tortured him. I tortured him with the cuffs. He did. He tortured you. He tortured you. Look at the look. He didn't leave. I told you leave. You know what, Spoljaric? Where were you at? Where were you hanging out at? Where were you hanging out at? Oh, no. Okay, I know. When we get off camera, will you tell me where you're hanging out? What time of night was it?
It was like.
What time? 2, 3, 4? What time?
No, it was probably about 12:30.
Spoljaric, I'm going to go hang out on the street right there. Wherever this gentleman tells me it is, I'm just going to hang out on the street. Just going to sit there and film stuff. Just going to hang out. All I want. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. I've been driving around. I've been driving around because I have a right to travel from point A to point B without you absolute tyrants pulling me over to make a piggy bank out of me. Because I go through a stop sign. You know what I invented for the transparency, for the new era? Is a stop yield. Yeah, I developed what I call a stop yield. There you know. Think about that. You know what it is. It's a yield with a stop sign on it. Because when you come to a four-way stop sign, there's really no reason to stop all the way most time. You know what I mean? And then for a real stop sign where there's going to be kids around, you put a white band around it that flashes. We're in the digital era now. It's just ridiculous. But if you drip through that, and so, okay, I'm sorry. What? I mean, why don't you just come on camera, dude? All right, I got you. I need more people on camera. If anybody wants to come on camera, I'm easy to track down, apparently.
That's after being in the jail.
I wish I could show you this. It shows his face, though. His face is fucked up. No, I can't show that to you. They'll recognize you, man.
Yeah.
I think you recognize anyway, but that's all right.
Once they got me to the jail and took me back to
he wasn't on any drugs. No. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't smoke meth. He was never. I mean, were you ever addicted? No, he's never addicted to meth. He's a straight, square, regular dude. He doesn't. So just have him tell him you're not a meth addict.
No.
Okay, you sure you're not a recovering meth addict?
I'm sure.
Okay, you're not like an alcoholic.
I drink.
Sure, but you're an alcoholic. Are
No.
you okay? Are you addicted to pills?
No.
Heroin?
No.
Oh, according to some of the people, that everybody that gets tortured and drugged to a junk. Oh, so I'm sorry. I know my ADHD is just flying. So because I wanted to find Sam, but he's hiding. You can't get a meeting with the guy. So now you've been cuffed. You've been stuffed. 15, 20 minutes, you get to the dungeon. And now once you get to the dungeon, because you wouldn't leave off the street, do you have to be strip searched?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me about that process.
Well, before the strip search, I was taken back to the jumpsuit room where you change.
Okay.
I was escorted by one. And when I got back there, he told me to turn around. So I turned around facing, and he belly bumped me and said, "You just assaulted an officer."
He belly bumped you? What? So you, I'm sorry. Paint the picture for me. You're walking back to a room by yourself? Just you and this cop?
He's escorting me back to the
He's
jumpsuit room.
escorting you. Oh, so an individual officer, does he have a body cam on?
No.
So there's no transparency. There's no, as soon as transparency is gone and one person has absolute power over another person, it's always.
There was no cameras in the jumpsuit room at all.
Right.
So once I got back there and he told me to turn around and belly bump me, there was two other officers waiting on the inside.
Really?
So I knew it was going to happen, so I just dropped down to fetal position.
What did happen?
They beat the shit out of me.
Wow. Wow.
And then I had to plead out.
Were they kicking you and punching you?
Kick, stomp. I was unconscious when they took me back to the chair.
You're suing, aren't you?
Don't have anybody to fight for you.
Oh my God. No, the camera. I hear people every day, but a little side note, I'm not your hero. the champion is. I'm just teaching you this is your transparency. This changes everything. Because now hearing this horrific story that Jeff Lawless's sheriffs are just taking someone in and beating the holy shit out of them, because this all stems back to him not moving off the street. The same Spoljaric, he wasn't one of the guys beating you, was he?
No,
Do you know who those guards were?
no, I don't. They were young bailers.
They were young bailers, and they stomped you and kicked you and punched you.
Yeah.
Until you
Actually-
lost consciousness?
Yes. And then I was taken back to the chair and strapped in.
You were, no, and then but that was doing you in the fetal position. You got to walk me. I'm big about chronological, so I'm a timeline guy. Everything goes on a timeline, and so when they walk you back to the after they beat you unconscious in fetal position, then they get you up from unconsciousness.
They had to carry me
Uh-huh.
because I was limp.
Oh, wow.
And
And
they
wh-
carried me back to the chair and strapped me back in the chair.
Oh, wow. And now you're strapped in a chair unconscious?
Yeah.
Are you still
That's
in your
where I wake up. with
You're
the
not in a
chair.
jumpsuit though. You're still in your regular clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then when you wake up consciousness, you're strapped to a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 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 Do you see what happens when you follow the chronology of it? Wow. And so then when you wake up, what do you wake up to?
Them saying that now I've got a felony because I've assaulted an officer.
Now, so he was just disorderly. That's all. He stood on a street and that was wrong. And so they arrested him for that. And then they get him back there, beat him unconscious, give him a chair. Now they're standing around him and now they're telling you you're going to get a felony.
Yes.
And then now you're still strapped in a chair, meaning that if you grant any human being absolute power over another human being, they will abuse it. So now take that philosophy forward. What happens to you next?
Well, after they tell me that I have a felony, that's when they take me back to the jumpsuit room and actually strip me down and search me then.
And then what happens next?
They put me in a jumpsuit and take me back and throw me in a cell with
Oh, I thought
about
I thought it was,
15 other people.
right. I thought there'd be more beatings actually once they had you strapped to a chair. Did they charge
They had
you?
already beat the shit out of me. They weren't going to beat me again because I was already messed up.
Oh yeah. Sorry, dude.
What are you going to do?
You know, I wouldn't want it to happen to me. And following Hobbes' theory of logic, you know.
I didn't think I was making it out of that jail.
So now when they oh, wow.
No.
Wow.
You're talking about being scared. That scared the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You're at the mercy of whatever they say and do.
I mean, you must be an anarchist, dude. You must be against America. You hate America, don't you? No, you must.
No, but it caused you to hate certain people.
You're not a patriot. You know, you're just anti-authority.
You would think.
You're a punk if you had just complied and left when the officer told you and not had any right to be a free American. Just nothing counts anymore. The Constitution's toilet paper. You have to do what that thug tells you to do. And if you don't, you will be tortured first, then drugged to a dungeon, then taken back, beaten senseless by 3 people unconscious. Then when you wake up, you're strapped to a chair and there's 3 gigantic pig monsters around you and they're telling you you got a felony. What?
And everybody's told you that people are sleeping on top of each other at the jail. It's the truth.
And then they take you back to the dungeon and then they put you in I cut you off here because I want to be able to paint a picture for people. And so now you get back into the dungeon and how big is that room?
No, it's not big at all. I mean, it's slender, and then you have cells, maybe 6 cells with 2 bunks. But people are sleeping on top of the benches they got in there, and on top of the tables that you eat off of, and underneath the tables, on the floor,
Same thing Sarah said.
in the aisles of each one of the tables. There's someone's mat on the floor or a body laying there on the mat, sleep.
Are there any cameras in the jail?
No.
I got a burping. Excuse me. So so now there's I'm sorry, let me go like that. That way my sides kill me from leaning on this thing. But so when you go back to the dungeon, you're beaten senseless. So you're bleeding. Do you get a rag and stuff for your face?
No. I mean, you just wipe off of what you got.
And that's your jumpsuit?
Mm-hmm.
And you got all your teeth still?
Fortunately.
And so you're wiping yourself up, and then you go back, and there's no place to sit down?
No.
There's no place to go.
No.
It's just bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies.
Exactly.
This is the same dungeon I experienced 20 years ago in 2002 when I was locked up in Twin Towers, California for 1 week. It's the exact same thing I went through.
Shower area's filthy. Filthy. Gnats and scum everywhere. I mean, the guys they got locked up in there try to take care of it better than the facilitators.
Yeah. When I was in jail for that week, when I was charged with 5 felonies, each one carries 5 years. But then I was okay. It's just crazy. So the inmates themselves who live there for a long time, right? They really have a set of rules, and I understand it from a lot of different perspectives now that I've read so much. But now I understand they try to keep it. Because a spoon in the water fountain and the way they do a sheet system for people who want to go poop and they don't want to be bothered.
Exactly.
There's some super private people that really want to go poop privately, you know. And so I was a part of the Mexican gang, the Latino gang, when I was in LA County Jail, indoctrinated before I knew it. And then they would hold a sheet up for you. They had a sheet system that they created on the screws.
Exactly
so
the same thing down there.
So you could go to the bathroom, go poop with just some sort of a dignity.
Yeah.
As a full-grown man, you know, you don't typically show anybody your anus. You don't typically poop in front of other men or even other women, you know, depending on how you are. It's the most inhumane, you know.
It is.
It's
like I told you earlier. They wouldn't let me up out of the strapped chair to go use the bathroom. So they made me piss on myself.
How long were you in that strapped chair for?
For 4 hours when I first got in there.
Whoa! We skipped a whole thing here.
No, I'll mention that in the beginning.
No, but you said they beat the shit out of you, and then they put you in a strap chair, and then when you woke up, there was 3 cops around you telling you now you got a felony for assaulting an officer, and then you didn't tell me that they left you in the chair for 4 hours.
No, wait. When they first brought me in, that's the first place they set me was a strap chair.
So, okay, so you get the torture cuffs. Let me see that picture again. We pull that picture up. So you get the torture cuffs put on, and sorry guys. Pull that picture up. He gets the torture cuffs put on because he's standing on a sidewalk and he won't move and he won't leave. And so, what's his name? Spoljari? Spoljaric. And what's the other guy's name again? I forgot the other guys. DeLauder. Spoljaric and DeLauder. They tell him to leave and he says, no, I'm not leaving. Right? Because, oh my God. And so then they put him in the torture cuffs and they really put him on him. Sorry about that, guys. They really put him on him. I mean, they really put him on him. They put the torture cuffs on him. It's immediate torture for him. He's going through absolute hell. I mean, the second they put torture cuffs on you, they're extraordinarily painful. And they look like they really did a good job on hurting and torturing him. Remember, I have a video about how cuffs were originally made, and they were originally designed to punish slaves and to for bondage for slavery. I mean, I have a whole video on it. So let me come back. And then what's going to happen? Sorry about that. And then what's going to happen from there is you're going to get the torture cuffs. And then when you get to the jail, You get put in a chair from the car to a chair?
From the car to the chair.
No. No way. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And was made to piss on myself.
Oh
They
my
wouldn't allow me up
God.
to use the bathroom.
You defied that cop. You defied an officer. You should go through this. And there's I'm gonna cry. I'm so mad. And so you go into the chair they take the torture cuffs off, and finally you think, okay, relief. Do you see the chair coming out as you're in the back of the car? Is
No.
it waiting that when you open the door?
Sort of, but they escorted me while they were bringing it up
They escorted you.
to the chair.
Were the cuffs still on?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you get into the chair, that's when they take the cuffs off, from the cuffs off, so you get a moment of relief, and then they strap you to a chair.
And the straps are cuffs.
Are handcuffs?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And they're around your ankles as well. They're not actual
No.
straps, they're actual cuffs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He goes from torture cuffs from Spoljaric to torture cuffs at the dungeon. And people, and for the cops saying, when they're saying LOL dungeon, let me put you through it, brother. You know, let's do a demonstration for the public and show that it's no big deal. That torture chair is perfect. There's handcuffs on it, attached to it, to a chair. It's legal torture that they're allowed to torture us with. You wonder why I hate these guys. Why I call them scum to their face. I would never let that happen to you. I would, if you were my sister, I would kill the person who did that to you. Okay, go ahead. And so you're in the torture chair for how long?
Well, when I first got in there, I was in there
So
for 4
you go from the
hours.
car, they put you in the torture chair, and now it's just more torture with the cuffs. And now where are you taken to from there?
Right there in that little area where your video was shown. That video of that guy.
Where the video where the cop attacked him for no reason, threw him on
That's
the ground.
chair. It's just now it don't have straps. It has cuffs on it.
Okay.
And that area was the exact area I was sitting in.
And how long? And so you're sitting in this area, and this is on camera. Do you have any video of this? Have you got
No.
any video of this?
I don't.
Okay.
But I'm sure they do.
And then what happens? They put you there and they just leave you there.
Yeah. And I'm there for 4 hours.
But no, it's not that simple though. You're put in your wrists and ankles hurt for sure. And
Absolutely.
then are you calling out? Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. Hey.
Yeah. And there's a woman police officer that sits right across from you. Sits right across from you.
Get that sound. There's a woman. You're in the torture cuffs. There's a woman that sits across from you.
Yeah, she's on the computer typing up everything.
Okay.
But there's bailiffs walking around constantly. And I'm telling them, I just need to use the restroom. Please, can I use the restroom? Begging them. And they're just saying no and laughing.
They're torturing him. They know the cuffs are torture. His wrists and ankles show the photographs show
And
it.
then the bailiff says, you can just piss on yourself.
And now any dignity that a man could have or a woman could have
It's gone.
is gone because now you will urinate on yourself. And so, what happens next?
Like I said, they put me in the...
No, do you have to urinate on yourself?
Yeah, it was the only thing I could do.
So eventually you have to pee all over yourself.
Yeah. And sit in it. Marinate.
Imagine if that was you. Imagine if that was your brother, your cousin, your best friend, your lover. Imagine if that happened to you know. Listen to this story, and then have nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. He can't do anything. He's powerless. There's no third-party organization that has nothing to do with cops. There's no transparency at all whatsoever. You know, but you know, I you know, you're a criminal. It must be a criminal.
Must be.
What's your felony record?
I don't have... Well...
You do now.
Well, they actually dropped it to a misdemeanor, but
So
it's
now
a misdemeanor for
did you plead out?
it. I had to.
He pled out to doing what? Assaulting an officer? Went down to a misdemeanor?
It went down to a misdemeanor.
He pled out. I would never.
What'd they say?
I would never. It doesn't matter. Now you have a record.
Obstruction of
Now,
official
police business.
police- Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So you're not quite done though. There's more. There's more. You're in the torture chair. You piss yourself, and then they take the torture cuffs off of you, the torture chair off of you, and then they take you back and tell you to go put a jumpsuit on.
Well, no, they took me back there and then said, turn around. And then that's when he belly bumped me.
Okay, so they take you out of the torture chair, they pull you out of that area, they take you to a place where there's no cameras back there.
Absolutely.
There's no transparency. And then when they take you back there, they when you get out of the torture cuffs, you're relieved just for a second, right?
Yes. Yes.
You never done the handcuff challenge, you don't know dick. Okay, and then you gotta put them on tight. But don't get neuropathy. It can damage your wrist forever. So be careful if you're gonna do the handcuff challenge. It can hurt you badly. It's not a game. It's not for fun. You put them on for 5 seconds. No, they hurt, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to tell anybody to do something that's gonna hurt themselves. So now, after you get out of the torture chair, you've been there 4 hours. You already pissed yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So in your own clothes, you pissed yourself. It's horrible. And so now they're going to take you out of that and they're going to put you in a jumpsuit. When immediately they take you out of the torture chair, you're supposed to go get a new jumpsuit to go change your clothes.
No, that's when they took me back there and whipped my ass.
Right, but do they walk you back there, or do you walk
Yeah.
back there?
He escorts me. One bailiff escorts me back to that area.
Okay.
Once I get back to that area, I'm standing in the doorway of the jumpsuit room.
Mm-hmm.
And when he tells me to turn around, I turn around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he belly bumps me and said, I just assaulted an officer.
Okay.
And there's 2 other officers that are in there waiting.
In there waiting.
Yes.
You didn't know they were.
No.
They weren't there before, or they were just already in the room.
They were already in the room waiting.
And this is the jumpsuit. This is the orange jumpsuit room.
Yes.
Okay. Do you see what happens when you go chronologically? The details. They set it up so that they know there's no cameras back there. Do you need 2 cops back there in the jumpsuit room?
There was 3. The one that escorted
How big
me-
is the room? Is it just a bunch of
Oh, it's-
just a bunch of jumpsuits?
yeah. And your mats and
Right, but it's just a
blankets.
room of supplies.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
So is there typically just 2 officers just hanging out back there?
I wouldn't know because it's
Yeah.
the only time I've been in.
Jeff Lawless, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jeff? What are you doing? Transparency, Jeff. This camera changes everything. Lawless, you chump. Be a man. My back. My back is killing me. I have no idea. I think I'm just gonna. It's a lot to take, man. So now, here, lean over here for me, will you? So now I'm just filming myself because he wants to be off camera. So now they beat the crap out of you. You've already pissed yourself, and now jumpsuit on.
Yeah. Well, they sit me back in the chair. Like I said, they took me back there unconscious. When I wake up, I'm in the chair. Then about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, they're like, well, let's go change. And they take me back there, and I actually changed this time. And after being strip searched, of course, and bent over, cough, all that good stuff.
So, but you're because when do you get to wash the piss off your body?
Oh, I didn't.
No. You've pissed yourself, probably half sharded at least, because you've taken a beating and been knocked unconscious, and so but now they leave you like that for an hour and a half after your beating.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And then I changed directly into the orange jumpsuit.
So you take off your soiled clothes
Mhm.
and you go right into a jumpsuit, no shower between.
Nope. And
Okay.
then they put my soiled clothes in a plastic bag and tie it tight.
Oh no! Oh no! They're ruined.
So when I
you're-
get out, that's the only clothes I can put on.
Okay. No. Oh, gross. So sorry. A bag full of pissed clothes. And so now you're in the orange jumpsuit, your body's still soiled, and now what happens from there?
They put me in a cell.
They put you in a
Well,
cell.
it's called, there's left main and right main.
Left main or right main? Okay.
And they put me in right main.
Right main. And who's in there?
Just a bunch of people locked up.
Is it like LA? I talked to a friend earlier about LA jail. And is it like gangs where you divided by race?
No,
Okay,
no, it's mixed.
cool. And so now how long are you in the dungeon for?
2 days.
You're in there for 2 days. How do the guards treat you? Treat you good?
After getting your ass whipped, you just don't speak.
Right,
I didn't say shit to nobody.
right. Your face is pretty beat up at this time.
Yeah,
Your body's beat to hell.
absolutely.
When do you get to shower?
You could shower in there if you wanted to, but I didn't have anything else to put on but that jumpsuit.
No, I'm talking about when you went in. They got you in the jumpsuit. They put you in jail. You're in there for 2 days. Do you get a shower? When do you get to shower? Because I mean,
You could shower in right main, but like I said, the shower's filthy.
Of course, disgusting, right?
Yeah.
So you
For those 2 days, I just laid there and used the phone when I could to see if I can get out some way, somehow.
How much did it cost you to get out?
$500.
$500.
Had to get a bail bondsman.
Who got you? It was a friend, mom, brother, sister,
Uncle.
uncle. And you called home and it said, "This is the Lawrence County Jail with the collect call from," right?
Right.
And then what is the first thing your uncle says is, what'd they do to you, or to say, what'd you do? Because there's a big difference.
Well, honestly, I couldn't remember anyone's number.
Oh no.
So, one of the guys in there, actually, we knew each other's family.
Uh-huh.
And my mother is friends with his aunt.
Uh-huh.
So I got the number of his aunt, called her, and she
Okay.
called my mother,
Uh-huh.
and my mother called my uncle, because my mother doesn't live in this area.
So just to get it straight, you better know someone's number to get yourself out of the dungeon, and someone who can take a collect phone call to their home phone. I don't know if cell phones can collect phone calls.
Couldn't tell you.
How many numbers do you know in case it happens to you while you're back in the blue? How many phone numbers do you know? And so this man is trying to figure out how he's going to get to the dungeon, out of the dungeon. He's literally working out with people inside who are talking to other people that he can call those people to call his people to get him out of the dungeon. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, dude. I hope it doesn't happen to me. That's why I do everything for myself. Everything's for me. This isn't for anybody else, just so you know.
All right.
I just want to be clear about that. So now you're in there for 2 days. You sleep through the 2 days. You get out. And you have paperwork when you leave there. Does that paperwork say at that time that you're leaving with a felony?
No.
When do you find out that you have a felony charge against you?
At arraignment.
So okay, so you think you're being charged with disorderly conduct and not following a law. What was that again? Not following a obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
Okay, and so he goes to arraignment, and at arraignment you find out that you get charged with a felony.
Well, actually, they charged me with the obstruction and disorderly.
Mm-hmm.
And then said I had to come back for another one, which I couldn't understand why. And then when I came back for the next one, that's when they hit me with, well, you're being charged with assaulting a police officer.
The one in jail,
Yeah.
where there was no camera
Yeah.
and no proof of anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So now you're being charged with felony too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And so dude, listen, there's no such thing as America. There's no such thing as the Constitution. Okay? I gotta plug in for a second. Sound's not gonna be as good, but I want to. This man's story is this man's story is so deep. It's so deep. And by the way, you know, this could be any of you. Any of you. You defied the cop. He's buddies with the guy at the jail. There you are, right? So now we're at the part where he goes to arraignment, and then he gets charged with a felony from the guy who said he. So let's just get this straight. You're locked in a dungeon. There's doors upon doors upon doors. You have to have a key to go from door to door to door to door. But now, while he's incarcerated, has been in chains, literal chains. You saw the bruises. He's gonna assault a guard. He's gonna assault a guard. That's what he's gonna do. That's logic. The judge looks at that and goes, yeah, felony, for sure. He must. The judge doesn't look at that and go, what's the charge here? He assaulted a prison guard. Is there a video of that? No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Think about that for a minute. It's almost the same dog and pony show that they did with slavery, where they had marched these people out in chains. They'd march them out in chains. And it's the same thing now. They march these people out in chains from the courthouse as though they wouldn't walk on their own 2 feet. As though they wouldn't walk. You have to come with us or you're going to violate and we're going to put you in the dungeon for longer. You going to walk to the van? Yeah, great. You're going to run off? You're going to run off? You're nutso, man. You're whatever you are, what you are. This is crap. The system is crap. The system is based on slavery. The system is based on cuffing people. Let me finish the story with you. So now you're leaving you left the dungeon. Now you're in charge of felony. What happens? Do you hire an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, and what's the attorney?
At that point, I had told the judge that I couldn't afford one.
Okay.
And with the business I'm in, he said I had made too much money. So I had to get one anyway.
Okay.
So I ended up hiring an attorney, and this is where it got me.
What did the attorney say to you, though? What advice did he give you?
I mean, he gave me good advice, but...
What's the good advice? You pled to a misdemeanor, which is pretty serious.
Yeah.
So what's
it was
the good
basically
advice
the
he
only
gave
choice
you?
I had.
Why was that your only choice? I don't understand. There was no body cam on Spiljeric.
Not that I know of.
Was there any body cam on Delaler?
I couldn't tell you.
No body cam on either one of those guys. So no transparency again, huh? You can't tell me? Did you look? Did you take a look into it?
No.
Mm.
Nope, I just went along with it.
And which year was this done?
This was just in December.
December. Wow. I'm not shocked one bit. So pretty much, you know, I had a talk with someone yesterday who told me so many things. You can't believe it. It's so explosive. It's incredible. It's like this. It's like his story. So I'm sorry for what happened to you, dude. So then I'll finish your story before I get sidetracked. And so now you end up, you go to, your lawyer says to you, you did nothing wrong. You know you did nothing wrong. You literally were tortured for standing on the side of the street. And what you say, I plead guilty to a misdemeanor from there?
Yes.
Why?
It's basically, I thought that was the only choice that I had.
Who told you that? That's why you hired a lawyer. None of it's acceptable. None of it. You should have filed suit for the way your wrists look. You may have neuropathy. I wrote, when I did the study on how cuffs were created, I learned it was called neuropathy or something like that, neuropoly. It's in the video that I made. I'm not a doctor. I study law. So then I don't understand. How do you go from I'm paying you money to defend me to I plead guilty to a misdemeanor? Do you tell the judge this is preposterous on its face? I'm locked behind 15 doors. There's 6 of them, 3 of them, and me. And I'm incarcerated. And now I want to assault a guard. Did you say that to the judge?
No, I didn't.
This is preposterous.
No, it was.
This is ridiculous. Did you say he arrested me because he said a lawful orders for me to move off the street? Did the judge read that? Who was your judge? Who was your judge?
Waldo.
Waldo? Kevin Waldo? Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. I really like Kevin Waldo. I really like Kevin. Kevin is from Ironton. Did you know that?
Yes, I do.
He really tries hard. I'm sorry to see that he didn't see that. You know, we all get a mulligan, right? I'm sure if we look into Kevin Waldo's cases that there won't be any more like this one. We all get a mulligan. He probably just thought you were bad, you know?
Probably. Even though I ain't been in trouble in 25 years, but you know, who's counting?
Wow. Full grown man. He's a full grown man. Doesn't break the law, doesn't do drugs. He got 25 years ago. I got in trouble. I shoplifted when I was 18 years old. I thought I could get away with it with me and a bunch of friends, and we got caught. Didn't work.
You live and you learn.
Oh yeah, it was so embarrassing, dude. It was so embarrassing. Oh yeah.
Try having something like this at this age.
Oh, having especially because you pled and you had an attorney. Like, why have an attorney if you're going to plead guilty to a crime you didn't do, to anything you didn't do wrong, you weren't disorderly? You know, I don't have to get off the public street. You can go pound sand, Spoljaric. I'll stand right here all day, Spoljaric. I'll walk up and down this street and I'll just keep pacing, and I'll film the houses and look at the houses all I want. We're entering the digital era. Embrace it, people. Not that you want someone pointing their camera at your house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but we should get to a system of digital, complete, transparent society. I don't want molesters here who lure children. I don't want rapists. I don't want murderers. I want rule of law. Embrace it. The Ring Network already does it, but we do it different with transparency in the form of enforcing law and order and keeping law and order. It can be done through transparency without violence. You don't need to cuff most people up once transparency arrives. Okay, so I get pissed off, dude. So now you plead guilty. I mean, who was your lawyer? Oh, no, you can't. Dude. That lawyer should be calling me and helping me right now. Whose lawyer is, who knows this story, your lawyer should be calling me and saying, yo, dude, how can I help you? I need your help, dude. I need paralegals and attorneys' help here in Ohio. There's too much paperwork. I'm one guy. I got a few guys working with me. We need more people here. I'm sorry, dude. Anything else you want to say? What if you could say something to Jeff Lawless right now? What would you say to him about your treatment that you got?
I'm not going to.
What are you talking about?
Because of the repercussions.
What are you talking about?
There's going to be repercussions.
What are you talking about? They're going to retaliate against you? People, the police who are up to hold law and order, righteousness, justice, and truth, they're gonna do something against you just because they feel slighted?
Yeah.
Good old boy system. It's a good old boy system.
This is a small town.
What are you talking about? This is any town in America without transparency. That's what this is. And we gave the body cams to the cops and they won't give us the footage. They won't give us the footage. I'm going to see if Judge Waldo, when we file on Monday, we want the body cam footage. We want the body cam footage. Why can't we get it? This is your weapon. You don't want to say, you don't want to say anything?
No.
The guards that beat you.
Nope.
You don't break the law.
And?
You can't go to jail again. You don't break the law. You're not a drug dealer. You're not a drug addict. You're not a felon. You don't do anything wrong. Am I incorrect here? Look at him. He's a full-grown man who looks like he's a responsible dude. He's my age. Like.
This town.
Why would... This is any town in America where there's not transparency. The cops can do anything they want to you, and there's nothing you can do about it unless it's caught on film.
Not a damn thing.
And Judge Waldo didn't read that he got in a felony charge from attacking a guard. How many people here would attack a guard once they're incarcerated in the dungeon? Go ahead and drop it down here that yes, I would attack a guard once I've been locked into a dungeon. Yes, I would attack a guard. No, I would not attack a guard. Just let me know. How many people would attack? How many guards would you attack? Once you're naked and they beat you and they hurt you. Now, how many guards are you gonna attack?
You're already fearing for your life once you go through the doors.
Oh, I know that. I know that.
So there is no way in hell I'm attacking anybody.
Yeah.
Attacking them on the street would have came first, wouldn't it?
Sure, sure. Oh, in Texas, my friend named Yunez, you can watch that Yunez video. It's got a pink haze on the square. They said as Yunez was surrendering, this guy's the most passive, sweet guy in the world. He's a tiger underneath of that passive personality. Just complied all the way. They grabbed him by the wrist. As he was putting him in handcuffs, the cop freaked out. "What are you doing?" And jerked his arms up and then slapped the cuffs on him hard like you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So,
What's even funnier is when the incident occurred and they had a fight to break out across the street. So
a fight broke out across the street?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, so when the fight broke out across the street, one of the gentlemen in the fight actually punched one of the cops,
What?
and they put him in the drunk tank while I was strapped to a chair.
What color was he?
Exactly.
I don't want that to be the truth here. I don't want that to be true. You know what? Before you go, you have to say something to those guards that beat you up, dude.
No, I don't.
You have to say something to those cops that wrongfully arrested Jarek and DeLawler who put you in the dungeon.
There's nothing to say. I think I've said what I needed to say when I said it right now.
You punk ass losers. You jerks. You total bullies. You pompous puppet of a human being. You have failed everybody who ever believed in you as a person, as a man. Everything you've done has been wrong. You wronged this person so badly, you should drop to your knees and ask God for forgiveness and repent now. As you hear this story, instead of being mad at me for exposing you, drop to your knees and beg God for mercy for what you've done. A reckoning is coming. It's called law and order. Piece of shit. And they wonder why I don't like them. They wonder why I don't respect them. All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
God bless you, brother. You're stronger than me.
God bless you.
You're stronger than me.
Thank you.
You bet. Shoot, I'm supposed to be somewhere. He stopped me. I'm so good. Okay. Give me. Let me end this. Give me 2 seconds. So, you guys, it's rampant. It's rampant. You guys make sure you get the. Oh, look at that! Oh my God! You see that? That I just spilled water on that. You see the water on this thing? This is the indestructible trifold, or get the one for free. Use free trifold. Don't talk to cops. See, I got water on that. But this is on the indestructible paper one. EliteLaws.com and download it and get this for free. Just use the code free trifold and you can download it, print it out, and then don't talk to cops. That was, you know, I wonder if he had not talked to the cops, if that would have helped him, because I think he probably responded to the cops because he's a man and like you don't have to get off the street. I wonder if he responded to the cop. I wonder if he said something to him like, go pound sand, or go talk to your sister, go hang out with your kids, go do something else, but don't tell me to get off the street. You go home, go do your job, go investigate the victims of crimes. So, I'm so glad I spilled water. Oh damn, I spilled too much water. I spilled it on my headphones. That's a bummer. But right here, don't answer. Don't answer any questions. Don't answer any questions. I invoke the Fifth Amendment right. Don't talk to these dirty pigs. Look what happens. Look what happens when you talk to these pigs. Can you believe that? Did you just hear his story? All right. That's why I give that trifold away. I don't want you to talk. You should carry that in your pocket. what the cops say at the top, what your response is. Go print it out. It costs you 10, 15 cents to go print it out. Get it, carry it around with you. Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to cops. That should be the new theme I have until Terry is overturned. Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to cops. And for the cops out there, Spoljarek, you're a coward. The Lawler arresting the guy. All right, that's it. All right, thanks you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Without you guys, we're not doing anything. All right, we'll see you soon.